Hey, this is Russ. Are you frustrated? Yeah, this is a common one. I've seen this on a lot of comments on my videos and also hearing it personally from people via email. And I've read it a lot too. I've read that on various threads on various forums. Yeah, let's talk about that. How frustrated are you? All right. Well, I'll tell you, when I first started out on my knee journey, and I do call it a journey because it is not an instantaneous thing, it takes a while. Yeah, I would say I was pretty frustrated. I wasn't seeing the numbers that other people were getting. I was told that, if I don't hit a certain number by a certain time period, then they're going to have to do a manipulation and, all sorts of things that just scare you, right? So by the end of the first month, I think if you hit 110 degrees by your first month, you're doing pretty decent. In my book, I don't know what the numbers really should be, but if you're in that range, I would tend to say you're doing pretty good for the first month. Okay, yeah, I was in the 70s. So I know that my doctor said to me before the whole thing started, he says, you're gonna have to work hard and exercise that knee, go to physical therapy, do all these things, okay? And if you don't hit a certain number by the end of the first month, we're probably gonna have to do some hard work on you, okay? But that's kind of scary. So as we're going through the physical therapy, and I'm only hitting in the 70 ranges, I'm starting to sweat it out a little bit. I'm going there almost every day, and you're hitting in the 70 degrees, and you're getting threatened by physical therapists by saying, okay, you better do something, or they're going to push you to MUA, and it's not happening. So yeah, I was getting kind of frustrated. So we do the first MUA, okay? So all right, I should do well, okay? I get out of the manipulation, and the doctor shows me my photo, and you've all seen this photo before, okay? That's 130 degrees. Now, if he's able to push me to 130 and get 0 degrees of extension, I'm set, right? Yeah, no. So I come out of that thing, and I'm working at physical therapy and everything. I'm into 90 degrees. Now that is an improvement. That's probably between 15 to 20 degrees of an improvement over the non-MUA results. So yeah, did the MUA help? Absolutely did. Am I getting what everyone expects, which is 120 degrees? Nope. Am I frustrated? Yep. So another month goes by. So what do? The doctor is talking to me. He says, yeah, you're not getting where you need to be. So I asked him, can we do another MUA? Yeah, it came from me. It didn't come from the doctor. Okay. And I think he was a little surprised that I even asked if we can do it again. And so he said, you want to do it? I go, would it help me? He said, probably would. I go, then we're doing it. My doctor and I have an interesting rapport, let's say. I've known this guy. How long did I know this guy? I've known this guy for, at that time, about 15 years already, because he scoped out my left knee and he scoped out my right knee for torn meniscuses 15 and 11 years before. Something like that. 15 and 10. I don't know, something like that. I keep forgetting. So I've known him for a while. So he says, yeah, okay, you want to do it? Let's do it. So we go back into the OR. I think we've been in the OR together now for 5 times, something like that. Let's see. 2 scopings, 1 knee surgery, and 2 MUAs. 5 times. Yeah, 5 times. So, yeah, okay, so we do the second MUA, okay? And he shows me the photo again. I'll show you that photo here, okay? Another 130 degrees and another 0 degree extension. Yeah, so you would think, yeah, I'm set, right? And we even planned that I would stay overnight this time, okay? After the first MUA, I was out of there, I was there. I think my operation, I don't want to call it an operation because it's just a procedure. They're pushing your knee, right? So I think that thing was like 7 something in the morning. I was out of there by 10 something, okay? And back at physical therapy by 2. Yeah, they get you in physical therapy right after the MUA. So you're hurting from that again. So So they decided, well, let's stay overnight and then let the therapists at the hospital work on me and keep a nerve block in me, so I pushed harder, right? And I think we were hitting, my memory fails me now, but maybe 112, something like that. And at the physical therapy, yeah, I was in the 100, 105 ranges. So yeah, I didn't hit 130 again. So yeah, I was frustrated. I'd done it twice. I hadn't hit the numbers I expect, but I kept going at it, and eventually my therapist got me to 130. Now I was screaming in pain every single time. 80 sessions, virtually almost every session, I'm screaming in pain. So yeah, I'm frustrated. But we hit 130, and unassisted, I hit about 117. Okay, when the COVID-19 stuff hit, I stopped my therapy. I went home. I did whatever I typically would do, and I dropped down to 105. 104, sorry, 104. Jazz came into the picture again. They gave me back an extension unit and a flexion unit, and I was getting the flexion back to 120 plus. All right. So today I am at 120. All right. Now, recently, we made the decision that I'm going to stop with my Jazz unit for the extension. Okay. I'm not moving very much on that. I think I'm pretty much stuck at where I'm at. And so you may say that, okay, are we giving up on the Jazz unit? No, I think, I had it back. I had it for 6 months, really. I think it was like June they gave it to me. Here it is January again now. And so I had it December and January of the previous year, and then I got it from June until January. So yeah, I'm going to stop with the extension. I think I'm stuck at where I'm at, but I did gain at least 2 degrees. I did measure myself yesterday, and I measured it 3 times, and each time it comes up shy of 10 degrees. So it hung around the 8-degree range. So I'm, with my lousy measuring of using my goniometer on myself, each time it was below the 10-degree mark. So I'm going to call it at 8 degrees now. So it got me an additional 2 degrees. Okay, let me say this. When I had the second MUA, I was out of there at 0 degrees. When I went to physical therapy, for weeks, I was at 20 degrees. Yeah. And we got ourselves down to 10 degrees. So I improved 10 degrees during physical therapy. Now, with the Jazz unit, I improved an additional 2 degrees. Now, that doesn't sound like much to you, but 2 degrees to me is worth it, all right? 6 months of effort to get 2 degrees, but I don't think I'm going to go past that 8-degree mark. I really don't think so. And so I reached out to Jazz and I told him, look, I don't want to overstep my welcome because I know I have these things for free. They're helping me out, okay? And so we made the decision that my extension unit, we're going to stop with that, okay? That doesn't mean that I'm going to stop my extension. I'm going to keep working on my own. I'll put weights. I'll do whatever I need to do in the hopes that maybe with continued help, maybe I'll go past the 8 degrees. But realistically speaking, I'm thinking I'm stuck at 8 degrees, okay? So I won't be able to walk perfectly, but I'm walking. So I would say that the use of the Jazz unit, was it helpful? Yeah, it got me to be able to walk better. I'm going up and down stairs now. I don't need the cane to go up and down if I don't want to, although I still do it, okay? I figure safety first, right? Might as well. I have the thing, might as well use it. But walking around the house, I don't need the cane, all right? So I would say, yeah, we're successful there. Now, what about the flexion unit? I'm keeping that for a while. All right. Now, you may look at it and say, okay, well, you're already at 120. You know that. And that's true. I don't need to have the Jazz unit on and I hit 120. But I'm fearful that it could revert backwards. I want to hold it for a while. And as long as they're not telling me to return it back to them, I might as well keep going with it. Right? I mean, when I'm being pushed at with the Jazz unit, I'm not hurting. I'm really not. The only pain I'm getting is not the pain in the knee, is the cuffs push against your shin and it pushes down on your thigh. That's the thing that hurts. Okay, it's not the knee that's hurting. So as long as I can withstand that, I don't see a reason not to kind of keep pushing myself daily to make sure that it remains at least 120 degrees or more. And jazz is allowing me to keep that for a while, right? Just to make sure that that thing doesn't revert backwards. So if I got to go a couple more months or even a half a year or another year, I will continue doing that. So the frustration is there for my extension. I know it, but I accept it. Okay, whatever it is what it's going to be. So as far as frustration on your part, okay, which is what we started talking about in the first place, are you frustrated? Let me tell you this. If you are frustrated, it's not an overnight thing. It's going to take a while. For me, it's taken me 15 plus months, and I'm still working at it. All right. Now, you may say that, okay, that's way too much time. It was not a success. No, I consider it a success. Okay. Am I perfect? No. All right. Am I glad I did it? Can't say that yet. I still am working on it. Okay. When I'm at the end of everything, I'll give you my evaluation at that point. Was it worth it or not? Now, you may also say, why don't you ever talk about your doctor? You know, you always talk about the physical therapist. You always talk about the jazz units. You always talk about all these other things that have helped you. Did the doctor mess up? What do you think? No, he didn't mess up. If he had messed up, I would have infections in my knees. I would have looseness in the artificial knee is loose inside there. I hear crackling. I hear all that stuff. I don't have any of that stuff. So, did the doctor do a good job? In my mind, yeah, he did an excellent job. Now, this is kind of funny, right? Because here's a guy who's still got problems with his knee, and he's saying his doctor did an excellent job. Well, it wasn't the doctor's fault. All of these things is my own body's fault, okay? It grows the scar tissues. It's got issues of not moving and everything. We know it can move to 130. The doctor proved it. The therapist proved it. But when I do it on my own, can I get the 130 on my own? No. That only happens when they push hard on it, okay? But I can do 120 plus. So was it successful? Yeah. Did the doctor mess up? No, he didn't. So the reason you don't hear me talk much about the doctor is because the doctor's role is essentially done. It's really now the therapist to help me, okay? Now the doctor's going to have to check up on you. He's got to make sure you're still alive, okay, and that you're still doing what you're supposed to do. And we've had follow-up visits on it. He's done his x-rays. He looks at it. There's nothing wrong with it. So I don't need to see him any further. And quite frankly, every time I see him, I got to pay him. I think it's like $70. So I don't want to pay him any. He doesn't need to see me any further. And he knows I don't want to go see him. Not that I don't want to see him. It's just that I don't want to pay him. All right. He doesn't need to know that. And I've gone and seen, my therapist before, and his office is connected to my doctor's office. And he has told my doctor, hey, Russ came in and said hi, and hey, he's at 120 plus. As long as the doctor hears that, he's done. He's okay with that. If my therapist went back to him and told him, hey, Russ has got problems, he would call me back in. Yeah, there's no reason for him to see me any further, all right? If I've got an issue, I'll see him then. If the right knee goes and happens, I'll see him then, okay? So am I still frustrated? Yeah, I'm still frustrated. Yeah, I would like to be finished and done with. But I also know that it takes time, okay? And now some people finish quickly. I don't. I take a long time. This could go and drag on for 2 years or more. Yeah, it could. Because I've heard people say that this journey is a 18 to 24 month journey. All right, I'm pushing now for the 24 month, all right? Now, if I don't finish in 24 months, will I be disappointed? I think I'm accepting I may have to deal with this all the time. Okay, if it finishes at 24 months, yeah, I'll be happy. But am I still frustrated? Sure. I want to be done with it. But, and believe me, my wife wants me to be done with this. She's tired of hearing me talk about this thing. And, now we got this YouTube channel going on, and I'm talking about it even more. I'm sure she's tired of that too. It's more than just you, okay? It's more than just you. Your family members are dealing with this as well, okay? Because they don't want to see you complaining about your knee all the time, and she doesn't like seeing those jazz units just laying on the ground all day long. She don't want that, okay? Nobody wants that. So frustration is still there, yeah. But I'm realistic about it. I know that I have to put effort in. I know that it's going to take time. I know that I might not get better. I know that I might be at the most I can. Does that stop me from doing it? No, I keep doing it. Okay. I talked to another viewer of mine, and she's really surprised at how much I put in. Okay, how much effort I put in, how much pain I've endured. That's what it takes. Okay, and if that's what it takes, that's what I'm doing. So let me say this. Let me conclude this long video. All right. Are you still frustrated? Yeah, you should be frustrated. You should be. Okay. I don't blame you for being frustrated, but I will blame you if you don't continue working it. You have to keep doing it yourself. You have to put that extra effort in. Don't keep blaming somebody else. Okay. Put some effort in. Do a little bit more work. Okay, somebody's going to hit a thumbs down on this video. Okay, I know that because somebody's been hitting my thumbs down lately. I don't know why. Either you don't like the topic, or you don't like what I'm saying, or you don't like how long it is, whatever. Somebody's been putting that thumbs down. So I expect fully to see that thumbs down happen again. They never make it known who they are, all right? But here's the thing, all right? I'm telling you exactly what I think. And what I think is you can't give up, and you got to fight for it. All right. You have to fight for it to get better. All right. It doesn't mean that, I'm not frustrated. I'm just as frustrated as everybody else, but I'm not giving up on it. I'm going to keep doing it until I get it right. You should do that too. Okay. Anyways, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, and hit that subscribe button. Yeah, we're real close now. I think from last count, 12 more people. Yeah. My birthday's coming up on the 15th. Maybe we'll have 1,000 on the 15th. Now, that would be interesting. That would be really interesting if it happens on my birthday. Anyways, I will talk to you guys next time.